First, with regards to the context, it's clear to me from reading the incident report from the program that the program was concerned about the defendant's non-compliance and inability to follow the program rules. But I'm particularly troubled by the fact that in addition to the non-compliance with their local regulations, that there was a statement that was allegedly made by the defendant during the, quote, morning reflections, where when reading the card, Mr. Brown chose to add his own words to the card stating that, quote, I am good at using guns and knives, unquote. I think that the program representatives were troubled by this as well, and I think that's probably why he was discharged from the program. As I indicated at our last appearance date, that program was in essence a safety net, and when he's not in the program, I have concerns about the defendant's ability or inability to stay out of trouble pending the formal hearing. So with regards to your request that the defendant be released to a different program, that request is respectfully denied. The defendant is remanded, no bail pending the hearing.
You know, initially I wasn't going to talk about this whole Chris Brown mess or the whole situation with Drake and Rihanna so-called being together now, because quite frankly I'm tired of the media making controversy where there's no controversy to be, and I'm tired of talking about the same bullshit and the whole Rihanna, Chris Brown, Drake triangle. You know, I basically gotten to the point where I've said fuck it, you know, because they're not worth my time. But I saw that Chris Brown had went to court, and you know the judge was telling him that, you know, hey, you were supposed to be in rehab, you were supposed to work on your anger management issue excuse me, and they had told him that he was supposed to stay a certain amount of feet from the women's facility. And you know, Chris Brown's a young guy, you know, good looking cat, and you know, it probably was a chick in there or something, you know, and he got to talking to him, and hey, you know, he was trying to get some female attention, and not thinking about the consequence, and not thinking that there are people watching your every move and waiting for you to do something stupid. He went and broke the rules. And you know, we all know, anybody with common sense and steps back and looks at the overall situation that, you know, Chris Brown has been in for the last couple of years, the media targets this guy day in and day out. You know, he can't even go take a shit without TMZ up his ass or somebody trying to pay him out to be the bad guy. And don't get me wrong, you know, I've said in previous videos that I think Chris Brown is not aware of the target that he is. I don't think he's aware that because he was able to bounce back after that Rihanna situation, sell albums, you know, having basically the #1 song of the year, I believe, what was that, 2011, where he had the Look at Me Now joint, basically the #1 track of the year, and he was able to continue to still get his money and still be successful and not go crazy. People are upset about that. They want Chris Brown to fail. They want to see him at the bottom of the pit, and that's why he's a big target out here. Not to mention that he's a black man in America, and I don't think he really understands the adversity that people are trying to put on him. Then I'm sitting back last night, you know, and I see Wendy Williams on BET. I don't watch her man looking ass show. You know, I don't deal with Wendy Williams because I think that, first of all, she looks like a damn man, and she has a lot of masculine characteristics. But besides that, she likes to throw a lot of people under the bus. Now, I remember Chris Brown, you know, back when, you know, before he started getting in all this mess, he was on Wendy Williams' show, and, you know, she was on there act like she was his friend, and, you know, they was cheesing and cackling in each other's face. And then as the years went on, I've noticed that Wendy Williams has thrown this dude under the bus without really talking about the overall situation. But, you know, I saw her on there, and she was making comments about Chris Brown, and, you know, I don't watch her show, but you know how sometimes you just be watching something to pop on and you end up looking at it, and I'm hearing her say all these things, and You know, basically just throwing him under the bus. And I think that's foul, you know, because if you have the platform to speak on this black man's issue and really put the overall situation out there, but instead you want to kiss them white people's asses at the studio, or you want to cater to your target audience, which is women, you throw this man under the bus. And you know, I think it's wrong. And I think Wendy Williams needs to check herself. And I think somebody needs to check her ass. You know, whoever's around her, somebody to tell her something, because she has a habit of throwing black men under the bus. I remember she said something slick about Method Man, and she put his personal business out there. So, you know, one day, Wendy Williams is going to get her day. You know, her time is coming. But, you know, my opinion about this whole Chris Brown thing is that when he went into the rehab, that's your time to fall back. You know, that's your time to analyze the situation, analyze what's going on in your life, and stay away from the drama. But him being young, him being naive, and him not being knowledgeable about what's actually going on, and how much he is a target to the media and towards everybody in general, he makes a lot of mistakes. He says things that he should not say. And, you know, I wish I can have a conversation with this guy, you know, and tell him that you got to watch everything you're saying, everything you're doing. Now, they had him over there in Malibu, and, you know, Malibu is cracker city, you know, for me to be blunt. Negroes are not very welcomed over there. You know, if you go over there, you're looked at, you're targeted. Anything you can basically think of that a black male will go through, it can happen in Malibu. That's not our stomping ground, but at the same time, I understand that we have the right to go where we want to go. But you just got to be on point, you know, and I don't think Chris Brown really understands how much of a target he is. And, you know, I saw him about a month and a half ago at a release party that they had out here in L.A., and I was there. You know, he came in there, you know, wasn't cutting up, well-mannered, you know, treated everybody with respect. I didn't get the opportunity to talk to him because there was so much going on, and, you know, he had the security and everybody around. But, you know, Chris Brown sounded like a normal dude, cool dude, very respectful. Wasn't anything like the media tries to portray him to be. But, you know, I just wish, you know, I could have the opportunity to really tell this cat how much of a target he is, and to watch his moves and watch everything that he says, because everybody is not your friend. You got people out here that will purposely come around Chris Brown, aggravate him, you know, try to set him up just to get some type of publicity or just to get this man in trouble. But, you know, that's my 2 cents on it. I mean, like I said, you know, I hope this doesn't go too far, because the judge did say that it's mandatory he has to stay in jail for over a month until his next court appearance. So, you know, I hope everything goes well for this dude, but this guy's really he has to watch his grounds, watch where he's walking, watch who he associates himself with, watch what he says, because he is an extreme target out here in the entertainment field, and people are waiting for his self-destruction. But that's all I got to say about it. You guys can give me your feedback if you want, but we got to support this brother. And if anybody is around this guy or close to this guy, give this dude the heads up that he is an extreme target out here in the media. But I'm out. Peace.